Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer was genuinely surprised by the performance of this new mesh system. Our reviewer's old house, with its dense walls and tin ceilings, had always been a challenge for Wi-Fi. Their previous setup, consisting of a standard router and a range extender, left them with sluggish performance throughout the home. Speeds were particularly poor on the patio, often dropping below a single megabit per second, forcing them to use a phone hotspot instead. In the living room, connected devices like the TV and game console struggled with slow speeds, making game updates a painfully long process. Upon setting up this new networking gear, this client noted the need for additional network switches since each hub has limited Ethernet ports. The entire configuration process is handled through a smartphone app. While the first unit required a second attempt to connect properly, it was smooth sailing from there. Adding the second hub downstairs was described as flawless and simple, immediately expanding the network's reach. Despite the impressive results, our reviewer did have a couple of criticisms. They pointed out that configuration seems to be entirely dependent on a mobile app, as the web browser interface is for monitoring only. For someone who prefers more granular control over their network settings, the system's tendency to handle most things automatically was also a minor drawback. However, the performance benefits were undeniable. The signal strength throughout the house improved dramatically. Speeds on the patio jumped from nearly unusable to around 50 MB/s, while the living room saw an incredible boost from just a couple of megabits to about 250 MB/s. The bedroom experienced a similar leap, finally putting an end to the long waits for downloads. All of their existing devices connected without a hitch, and every single one saw a massive performance boost. Ultimately, this client found it to be a wonderful and transformative upgrade for their entire home network.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer was truly impressed by the leap in Wi-Fi speed. Paired with a compatible device, this mesh system, boasting the latest Wi-Fi technology, really shines. Of course, our reviewer notes that a fast internet service provider is a must to see the full benefit. The setup process relies heavily on a phone app, which this client found surprisingly easy once installed. Connecting the secondary unit was seamless, though questions remain about whether using a wired backhaul connection to Cat6 network is advantageous or not. However, the over-reliance on the app became a point of frustration. Finding specific options proved challenging, and the initial connection process wasn't as straightforward as it could be. The instructions assumed a certain level of technical know-how, and a comprehensive online manual was sorely lacking. Setting up a guest network involved navigating a confusing user interface. Furthermore, the app used jargon like a special acronym for smart home device networks that wasn't immediately clear. Our reviewer had to guess to figure out its purpose. Another drawback was the limited number of Ethernet ports. With only 3, it quickly becomes necessary to use a switch. A minimum of 4 would have been preferable, particularly given the potential benefit of a wired backhaul. Ultimately, this client's primary complaint centers on the inadequate documentation and poorly designed app interface. The app is cluttered with promotional content and lacks easily accessible, detailed help sections. This reviewer, with years of experience in computer hardware, believes less experienced users might struggle significantly or find themselves stuck on hold with customer support.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer has been using this mesh Wi-Fi system for a few months now and has somewhat mixed feelings about it. They're utilizing 2 units to create a connection for a PC on their local network, while also appreciating their ability to function as wireless access points. On the positive side, our reviewer finds that this Wi-Fi system provides exceptionally good bandwidth, especially for tasks such as local network file transfers. Also, when CoS features, quality of service, aren't enabled, the system does a commendable job of evenly distributing the available internet bandwidth. The setup process and overall management of the system are also lauded, with the reviewer stating that claims of missing network management functions are largely overstated and nitpicky. Core features like hiding networks, filtering access, assigning IP addresses, and creating port forwarding rules are still readily available. The client also emphasizes the convenience of being able to make network changes or additions directly from their smartphone. However, the mesh system has some notable downsides. The most significant issue in this person's experience is how poorly it handles recovering from power outages, disconnections, or even simply moving one of the units. The initial experience of moving a unit was plagued by hours of troubleshooting, eventually leading to factory reset of the main unit and a complete network rebuild. While there's a specific, careful reset procedure, it's overly complex and time-consuming. Apparently, this issue is primarily encountered when the system is used as a router. Therefore, those who wish to use it solely as access points might find it more suitable. The reviewer cautions that frequent power loss could turn these into a serious headache. Another issue that this client encountered is that the Co-S features, designed to prioritize devices, seem to inadvertently limit the overall download capacity, instead of granting a high-priority device the FOO.
That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.